Hey friends, Peggy Hall here. It is the Healthy American morning, and I am so glad that you are here with me. It is Friday morning, and we had the gardeners here, and I'm getting a little bit of allergies here. And oh, I'm also, there I am streaming on YouTube. And I'm so glad that you are here with me this morning. Today is Friday. It is October 1st. And I am feeling all ready for the fall season. How about you? I've got my sweater on. I know you normally see me just in the Southern California clothes, but I thought, you know what? It's a little bit entering into the fall weather. I'm going to put on the warm and cozy sweater and the scarf. And I just am so happy to see you all here this morning. I see you hopping on here. Great to have you. Let me know where you are tuning in from. And as I say, today is Friday, October 1st, 2021. I come here Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, to bring you positivity and possibility so that you and me, so we can keep our head above the waves in these stormy seas of life. Today and in the mornings, we talk about uplifting, positive, encouraging things. And in the afternoon at 3 p.m. Pacific is where we roll up our sleeves. And that's where we dive in with Peggy to the rescue. So that will leave the politics and the heartache and all of that aside until later this afternoon. Today, I want to bring you an uplifting message to help encourage you so that you can fight oppression and find smoother sailing, right? Smoother seas and smoother sailing and brighter days ahead. This is a sponsored show, and I want to give a shout out to the sponsor of today's show before we dive in with our positive message. And let me get all of that teed up here. And these are my friends over at, oh, there I am right here on, let me grab where I'm going here with you, friends. I want to go to preparewithpeggy.com. Now, some of you already have this food supply. I have it. Hubby and I have enough for each of us for 3 months. And so this is what we have. Our food is stockpiled. So you can get a 3-month emergency food supply here. And it is all in this really cool container. And it is something that is going to last for 25 years. And this is what I call long-term storage, long-term emergency food. So I don't need to touch this. Hopefully I won't need to touch this. But I've had people tell me that they have been using this because they didn't want to go to the grocery store. So they actually were buying this and saving money. They didn't have to go to the store. They didn't have to have the hassle. And he said it's really delicious. So that's what some healthy Americans are doing. And then also wanted to let you know that we have this Alexa Pure Water Pro water filtration system. I am a stickler when it comes to water. Like, I love to drink water. I love to be in the water. And this is something that is not cheap, but for those of you that are interested in supporting what I do here and supporting the sponsors, that is all here at preparewithpeggy.com. Let's get into today's show. Now, I notice I don't have my extra lights on today, so it might be a little dark in the stream, but that's all right. It is bright and shiny in my heart and soul. How about you? This show is all about guarding your heart, choosing your thoughts consciously so that you can have a positive influence on your emotions. And I'm not saying be happy all the time. People are mistaken when they think that, oh, you're just talking about positive thinking. Positive thinking doesn't work. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about consciously choosing your thoughts to suit you. And if you want to choose a thought that brings you into a place of sorrow and grief and despair, there are times in our lives when we want to feel those emotions. All right. I've lost several family members. When I think of them, I feel sorrow, I feel tears, I feel loss. I'm glad that I feel that because it means that I had something that was valuable that is no longer here. But I can also choose to focus on the good times. I can choose to focus on the happy memories. I can set aside those things that really create stumbling blocks in my life. I can leave things in the past where I want them to be, and then I can focus on what I want. So let's talk about that today. Let's talk about the rear view mirror. All right. The rear view mirror as we're driving, right? The past can be helpful for us because we need to look behind to make sure nobody's going to come, rear end us. Oh my gosh, I've been rear ended before. You want to make sure you can see and sort of be guided, but you don't drive the whole time looking in the rear view mirror. Always focusing and being fixated on the past is like locking your own self in your own prison. However, we can learn from the past. So I gave the example yesterday. You guys were so sweet. I gave the example of me agreeing to sell a table and chairs that I had refurbished with my dad, and it had such a fond memory for me. And part of the reason that I did that is because I wanted to go along with what my husband wanted to do. He wanted to sell the table and chairs, and I was like, okay, that sounds good. I guess we can sell the table and chairs. And I didn't really want to do it, but I also sort of gave away my decision-making responsibility to him. Like I didn't really want to make that decision. So now looking at that action, it gives me instruction for the future, so that in the future, it's like, oh, I remember that time I sold that table. I didn't really want to, but I did. Now I kind of wish I hadn't. Something's going weird with my screen here, you guys. Give me 1 second. I'm going to keep talking, but I want to just give me 1 second. I would love to hear from you in the comments below what you thought about yesterday's show, and if you have had an experience where an issue in the past has helped you make better decisions going forward. Use the rear view mirror to guide you, but don't drive looking in the rear view mirror. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to put a light up here. I'm going to check the stream. Also, I'm not going anywhere. Hang on 1 second, friends. I'm still here. I just want to get a little light on the matter. We need a little light here. All right. I want to hear from you in a comment. All right, I'm back with you. I think that's better. I have a little more light here. And let's take a look at what you guys have sharing. Okay, and we've got friends from North Carolina, Hawaii. Oh my gosh. Tiffany said, I'm so uplifted when I see your smiling face. Thank you. Hey, Elizabeth, great to have you. Oh, I just am going to give Elizabeth McCollum a little shout out here, because a year and a half ago, she was one of the earliest people to reach out to me to say, Peggy, I love your message. I want you to be a speaker in Sacramento. And Elizabeth, that was such an important day for me, that whole experience, going to the Capitol, meeting other life-minded freedom fighters, meeting you with your whole history, your family, California, just sending you big hugs, my friend. You are one of those freedom fighters that is just, I can look toward and I can look at and I can say all is well in the world, because you are fighting the fight and you are doing it in a tough place as well. Joy says that she busted out the flannels over here in Massachusetts. Joy, you're not going to believe it. I just bought, in fact, I should grab them. I just ordered some flannel pajamas from the Vermont Country Store. Does anybody use that catalog? I just love it. My mom used to get that catalog, and it has all sorts of interesting things in it. And of course, I'm on the West Coast, so we don't normally have all the cozy clothes, but there's something so comforting about that. And that's what we want to do, is treat ourselves well. Let me know in a comment if anybody uses that catalog. And when I order from that catalog, it also brings me closer to my mom, because I remember poring over that catalog with her, and we would point out, things that we would like to buy, maybe we didn't buy, or things that looked cool. And we've got Laredo, Texas, Pennsylvania, Bay Area, New Mexico, California, Murrieta. Hey, we are basically almost neighbors there. Torrance, yeah, lot from Southern California, Oklahoma. Joy said she got some cider donuts, maple ice cream, and apples. Joy, I got to come over and hang out with you. Tawny from the Netherlands. That is my heritage. So I am basically Dutch and German, and then Eastern European on my mom's side, and then Dutch and German on my dad's side, and very, very recent immigrants. So these are grandparents. And I think that's part of the reason that we fight so hard here in the United States, is we are a country of immigrants. People have come here for freedom, and freedom lives in every human heart. That is what we need to hang on to. And friends, I want to remind you that no one can take that freedom away in your soul. It doesn't matter. Yes, it matters because we're all going through hardships. But when it comes down to it, guard your heart. No one person is going to steal my soul. No tyrant is going to steal my soul. And what I would like you to do for your homework assignment this weekend is I want you to grab a notebook. I would like you to write down, make a list of every single thing that you can do in freedom that no one can take away from you. I can practice the piano. I can make a delicious dinner. I can look at pictures and have fond memories of my family members and things that we've done before. I've got my animals here. I can enjoy time with my animals. I can go for a walk. I can groom them. I can play with them. I can cuddle with them. I can do all that with my husband as well. Take him for a walk. I can write in a journal. I can send letters to loved ones. And speaking of letters, here's what I want to do, everybody, is let's keep looking at some. This is Friday Fun Day. This is the fun day. I want you to just share what's going on in your life. We've got Paula is from the Finger Lakes Regional in West New York State. That sounds beautiful. Oh my gosh. And Shayna, nice to have you on board. A big shout out to the moderators, and the moderators keep the stream flowing. Thank you so much. Rose says she's been spreading the word about the Healthy American, and she's typed in the website address and the YouTube channel so many times. Thank you, Rose. It makes a difference. You know, we don't advertise at all. I do not run ads on any social media. It is all by word of mouth. And I'm so grateful that I have been directed by God. I really feel like God took me by the wrist and said, you know, it's your time. It's your time here to be my voice, to spread my light of truth. And all of you have that ability, and you are doing it as well in your way. God gifts us all individually. And Paula's giving some nice tips on how to stay healthy. And Peggy said, I never say, oh my God. I say, oh my gosh. I never say that. And if I have, Lord, forgive me, and he will. No, I usually say, oh my gosh, oh my goodness. Sometimes I say, gall darn it, and consarn it, and ding dang it. Those are all the expressions I use. Taunted Tiger says that her friend's wife was comforted by all that we're doing. Dutch and German, we have another Dutch and German, strong fighters. All right. So let us keep going here. Okay, we are going to do this here. I'm just looking in the, Shayna says she can sing, practice the piano, spend time with her husband, mom and dad, friends, and scrapbook. We've got M. Allard is having sourdough toast with plant butter this morning. I have got my organic decaf coffee. I normally have about half a cup in the day. And having fun says, life is so weird now. Hardly any of my friends call or text me anymore. Well, I'll tell you what, we have each other, and I'm so glad that you are on board here. All right. And what I want to share with you are, speaking of writing cards and letters to people. Gosh, I look really pink on this screen today for some reason. I'm not sure why. Try to modify these settings a little bit here. And what I want to share with you is this beautiful card. Look at this from lovely Kelly. Now, this is a handmade card. Kelly did not make it. It was made by Tamara, and you guys can email Tamara right here if you want to. Can you see it all right? Tamara 33033. Some of you are not going to like that number, at gmail.com. And this is a beautiful, most beautiful card. You guys know how I love my ocean scenes. I use so many nautical expressions like keep your head above the waves in the stormy seas. And you don't have to live near the ocean or even enjoy the ocean to understand that that's a metaphor. And it's so funny. The other day, I was downtown in San Clemente, and there's a surf shop, and there's a big poster outside. It's a whole window, and it says, "We must protect our fragile ocean." I'm like, fragile ocean? Have you ever been in the ocean? Have you ever been pounded by the waves? This taking of our language and distorting it to make us feel guilty for like swimming in the ocean, or I don't know, whatever. I don't even know what their message was about. fragile ocean? No, not at all. The ocean is powerful. It's immense. It's God's power that we can see. So I'm really careful about reclaiming our language. And the seas can be stormy and the seas can be smooth. And we have to be able to adapt to those conditions in the ocean. It's not a fragile ocean. It's a powerful ocean. And I love the metaphor, and I absolutely love the card. Of course, the anchor, I don't have it on today, but I usually wear my anchor necklace. And that is really because Christ is the anchor of my soul. And I really love that. And I love the anchor of being connected and grounded, and regardless of the stormy seas, if you're anchored, you are not going to be carried off. So this card is absolutely beautiful. I've got it here right by my side. And Kelly says, "Dear Peggy, thank you for all you do. Jesus loves you. Hugs." Thank you, Kelly. Friends, this is a message for all of you. My wonderful friend and Healthy American, and also Freedom Learning Educational Specialist graduate, Kelly, sent me this beautiful friendship tea. I just love that friendship tea. And this is wild blueberry. And I can't wait to have that, Kelly. She sent one to me and our staff. And I'm so grateful for you. And Kelly goes by Autumn Rose here in the stream. And it's so interesting because 2 streets away from me is a street called Autumn Rose. I just love that. Isn't that so fun? Now, these were wonderful Healthy Americans, the McNett family. I want to give them a big shout out. How about this? You guys know how much I love the pink, the shiny, and this is just so gorgeous. And they are from Arizona, and there are a lot of freedom fighters in Arizona. And I just decided on Fridays I'm going to share some of the fun things that you guys have been sending me, and I want you to be encouraged by these messages as well. So it says, "Get it, girl." And then inside, just a beautiful note: "Keep fighting the good fight. We appreciate all you are doing to educate us Healthy Americans and stand up for our God-given freedoms. Freedoms are given to you by God, not by the government. The government is the laws are supposed to protect the government from taking those freedoms." And then I want to show you this, friends. This is what I want to share with you today. Look at how cute this was. In the little pouch were these cards, and I want to share them with you. And so this one, "Be strong and courageous." I love that. And it's the California bear. That's what it looks like here to me, the California bear. That is our state motto, or it's not really the motto, but it's the image. And though the mountains will crumble, you will not. Isn't that awesome? What I believe changes the world. This is so perfect for the PMOs, for the positive mental outlook, the Healthy American attitude, because when we think and we choose our thoughts, then it changes the way that we feel. And then that changes the way that we interact with the world. And that has to have an impact on the circumstances and the results. And even if the results are not what you want, your taking action matters. And then hope in the Lord, Psalm 130.7. And then it also says, "Being a praying woman does not mean that you'll never have bad days. It means you are willing to find the beauty even in the ugliest days." Oh my gosh. Well, these types of encouragements really keep me going. And I've got one more I wanted to share with you. Now, I was speaking about freedom learning. So anybody that knows someone who needs to get their kids out of the K-12, and anybody who works in the K-12 and wants to be free, I recommend that you join us in our freedom learning. I'm going to share that with you real quick because I want everybody to see exactly what we are doing. Oops. And this is going to be and if you've gone through the freedom learning, let us know in a comment there. I think I'll do a class next week, everybody. Would you like that? I will do a free class for you to ask questions about freedom learning. And I think we'll do it on Wednesday. I think we'll do next Wednesday we'll do that at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So mark that down. I will let my friend and colleague Heather know about that because she's the one that I do this program with. So what I'd like you to do, I'm going to share my screen again, and I want to give you hope for the future related to education. Click on Freedom Learning, and here is the free info session. And it is so much fun. You can watch this. You can see how, oh my gosh, we're having so much fun just talking about it. And this tells you all about freedom learning, what it's about. And oh, actually, I need to change that. We're starting next week, which is October 7th. You can watch the first 2-hour class for free. Here's some of the Q&A. I've got lots of videos all about it. And so the freedom learning is about getting your kids out of school. Don't send your kids to school. Why you should not send your kids to school. Don't send your kids to school. So I've got all the information about why you need to get your kids out of school, including colleges. It's time to do that. So go to the healthyamerican.org, click on freedom learning. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is I have a wonderful Healthy American, and this is from Gina. Gina Suarez sent me this whole box from a website called the Old Schoolhouse.com. And I want to show you, whoops, I got a little off skewed here. Sorry, guys. I want to show you, whoops, see what happens when we're filming live, streaming live. She sent me this beautiful mug, which I'm going to use. And it says, hi, Mama Bear. And then it's schoolhouseteachers.com. Now, I'm not affiliated with schoolhouseteachers.com, but I went on this website. It's incredible. And what it has is just tons and tons of information to help you keep your kids educated at home. And I want you to realize it's not you sitting at the kitchen table being the teacher. The kids are teaching themselves. It's a self-directed self-discovery, self-exploration, and the kids are absolutely thriving. You would not, oh, I can't wait to share with you. I'm going to share another of the free classes where the participants that have gone through this are showing what they're doing with their kids. It's amazing. A big shout out to Isabel is running our Facebook group. So if you are interested, it's the Healthy American Freedom Learning. I'll get that exactly from Isabel. She's in San Diego. You don't need to be in San Diego. She wants to keep you motivated and going with all of these resources. And this cute bag, homeschooling with the oldschoolhouse.com. The oldschoolhouse.com. I got a whole box full of resources, how to get going, how to get started. Now at thehealthyamerican.org, look at this. I think this is awesome because look at the little lifesaver ring, which is something that I always talk about, that I want to send you the life preserver. And so it talks all about what you can, this is a magazine that you can get with all of this information. Now, this is a resource. And what we do at the Healthy American, this is like the car, right? Getting in the car and driving. At the Healthy American Freedom Learning, we teach you how to drive. We teach you how to use the resources, how to create a fun, unforgettable learning experience with your kids. And that I want everybody to participate in that, whether you have kids or not, whether you're a grandparent, whether you're a young adult. This is an opportunity for you to have a new career. Many of you are asking me, Peggy, can you do some videos on how to get started in a different business? You're always telling us to try to, you know, like if you're a nurse, you should do house calls. And if you're a teacher, you should run your own school. See, for me, these ideas come easily, but they don't come easily for everybody. And I understand that. And I've run several businesses in my life. So I think I'll do that as well. I'd like to give you some free advice and consulting and ideas to get started. And then for those of you that want to jump on board with Freedom Learning, that's going to start next week, next Thursday. Let me look in the stream. Oh my gosh, I've been having so much fun with you today. Let's take a look at some of these. Okay, we've got people that were leaving public school. Joy says, how do I put my school on the list of freedom learners? My school does not require any restrictions. Joy, you are just blessing this live stream today. I really appreciate it. It's support at the healthy, I'm putting it in here, American.org. Now, somebody asked me about accessing the comments after the live stream is done. When you play the video, the comments will show up as the video is playing. So during the replay, you're like, where are all the comments? You have to actually play the video, or you can fast forward to the end and then the comments will show up. That's how it is set up. Elizabeth says a free class will be wonderful. All right. I'm just really diving into the stream today. Normally I'm doing a lot more chat without interacting, and I just love the interacting. RC says she wants to take the daughter out of the government school. Where to start? And she lives in California. Start at thehealthyamerican.org, freedom learning. Watch that video. And I recommend you keep your kids home right now. You don't have to send them back on Monday. And you can have the whole rest of the year to figure out what you want to do with them. They are going to learn so much when you remove the restrictions of public school. And that's exactly what we talk about in our freedom learning sessions. It is so thrilling. And these are live. The freedom learning is live, like we're doing here, only it's not this setup. It is a webinar, so you can interact with each other, and it's private, and you can come on screen and you get to talk, and we get to know you. And we have people from all over the country, and we have freedom learning centers that are popping up, and it is amazing. And we would love for you to start your freedom learning center in a way that makes sense for you. And I collaborate with Heather from her school. Is called Celebration Education. And we talk all about how you operate outside of the restrictions of all, don't call it a mandate. I did a video yesterday, don't call it a mandate. These are measures, and most of them are unlawful, illegal measures. And we show you how to operate outside of those restrictions. And the kids are thriving. You have got to watch the free content over at thehealthyamerican.org under freedom learning. So Adriana would like to do the free class. RC wants to get help on how to get started with the business, and also colleges. Freedom learning can apply to the college kids as well. Now, hopefully, on Tuesday, next Tuesday, I'm gonna put this down. Next Tuesday at 3 p.m. Mark your calendar. Tuesday. Let me check what day that is. October 5th, Tuesday, October 5th is going at 3 p.m. Pacific is going to be my free educational webinar directed toward colleges. So anybody that works in a college, anyone that has kids in college, anyone that wants to send their kids to college, you need to watch this free educational webinar, and everybody can attend. It will be all about Title IV of the U.S. Civil Rights Act. Title IV of the U.S. Civil Rights Act prohibits discrimination in an educational setting. Now, if you work there, you're protected by Title VII for the workplace. Oh my gosh, how did I get into speaking about laws and your rights? This is all about uplifting comments today, but I want to let you know, coming forward, I'll talk all about the laws that protect your rights. That will be Tuesday, 3 p.m. Wednesday, 4 p.m. is going to be our sneak peek into freedom learning. And then I want you to sign up exactly on that day for the class that starts the following day. You guys are going to love it. Not only are you going to love what you learn, here's what most of the participants have told me. This is to me one of the best things about the program. They know that they have a place to go every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. Pacific time. They know that they now have a built-in fellowship of new friends, a community of life. I call it life-minded because they're focused on life. They have a brand new community of life-minded friends that they connect with. We usually have about 20 people in our group, 20 to 22 that come weekly. You get to know each other. You can email each other. We have a private forum where you can interact and share lesson plan ideas and activities and what you're doing with your kids. It is unbelievable. It is the highlight of my week. In fact, Heather and I, and Nari is my first mate, and she is very active. She is I call her the administrative whiz kid, and she is the one that will be your first contact with freedom learning. And we have so much fun. Again, you can just not believe. I'm going to share the screen again. Maybe I already am sharing. I don't even know where I am here. Let me share the screen again. And I want to take you over. I call it better than homeschooling. Now, all of you homeschoolers, big shout out, big applause. I love what you're doing. But for parents that are new to homeschooling, that phrase homeschooling terrifies them because they think they have to buy the curriculum, do all the worksheets, sit over the kid's shoulder, watch what they're doing, grade their work. That's nothing what we do in freedom learning at all. It's freedom learning. It's free to learn. There's freedom in discovery and exploration, but your kids are not just running out wild in the backyard. It's not that either. There is a guided activities. There are themes. You don't even have to come up with the ideas. We come up with the ideas for you, and then you can add to them. It's absolutely amazing. So look at how much fun we're having. There I am. There's Nari. There's Heather. Heather runs the school called Celebration Education. She is the curriculum specialist. She provides the information for you. You guys have got to join the program. And then what we love is we love just coming together every Thursday from 4 to 6 p.m. It used to be, it was going to be 4 classes at 90 minutes, and we extended it to 10 classes. And instead of 90 minutes, they average 2 hours. It's so much fun. Again, I have to fix that. It starts October 7th, and then it runs right before Thanksgiving. And it is the highlight of my week. And people tell us that they, not only do they learn, this is what's interesting to me, friends, not only do the parents and the kids watch it, your kids should watch this with you. We have 3-year-olds and 5-year-olds and 13-year-olds and 18-year-olds and 21-year-old young adults watching these and learning from us. We have young adults now that are going to be starting and embarking on their profession. They don't even have to go to college. You don't need a teaching credential. When you go through our program, you earn a certificate granted by the Healthy American. It's called Freedom Learning Outside the Box, because Heather's program is the curriculum Learning Outside the Box, and I bring the freedom learning, and together we collaborate. And what our participants have told us is the fact that in all of this hogwash that's going on around us, they've been able to take control of their life. They are focusing on the future. They are investing in themselves, and they feel better. They have something to look forward to. That's a PMO. You always need something to look forward to. And they feel uplifted and positive and empowered, regardless of whether they apply the knowledge or not. The fact that they are a part of this learning, that they are earning a certificate. You don't have to spend thousands of dollars in a college, credential program. This is independent. It is based in your community. It can be based in your home. We go through the legal aspects of it. We go through the logistics of it. We go through the curriculum. We go through the pedagogy, which means the approach, the style. We talk about learning styles. We talk about your and your kids and your family's divine design, how God created you so that you're not living your life in friction. One of our graduates, lovely Lynn, who is going to be on board with us as a coach to help you as well. I hope you know that, Lynn. We need you. And we've got April. We've got other of our graduates that are going to be on board, Isabel, to help you. Lynn told me, she said, this is not just about my kids learning better. This is about living better. She said, our whole family is living better. The emotional upsets have faded away. She said, because I know my kids better. We spend time together. And you're not teaching the kids from 8 to 2. The only reason kids have to be in school from 8 to 2 is because they don't get personal attention. You've got one teacher with 30 kids. And if your kids are learning online, you need to do freedom learning right now. Get rid of that remote learning right now. Today. Today's Friday. Bring them home. We have superior options that fit every person's lifestyle, whether you're a single parent, divorced, whether you have shared custody, whether your kids have to stay in school because your spouse says so. You need freedom learning to undo everything that's going on in the public schools. And you can do freedom learning on the weekend, in the evenings. Grandparents, you need to learn about freedom learning to help your grandkids when you're visiting them. It is going to be the wave of the future. The future is brighter when we take control of our kids' education. You are their best teacher, their natural teacher. So I want everybody to join us next Wednesday, 3 p.m. Let me double check my calendar. Hang on. Am I doing the wrong time? Did I say 4 p.m.? Hang on, friends. I will let everybody know. All right. Tuesday, I'm doing the class at 3 p.m. Oh, why don't we just make it 4? I have to do it at 3 p.m. because it's going to go on for about 90 minutes. Tuesday, October 5th, 3 p.m., a special webinar about Title IV, protecting your rights and your kids' rights in an educational setting, all educational settings. Be sure to watch my other webinar. That was for employers and employees, Title VII. Wednesday, 4 p.m., we're going to do the sneak preview for Freedom Learning. And then the intention of that call is to get you fired up to sign up for the Freedom Learning that starts the following day, which will be October 7th at 4 p.m. All right, friends, we are going to sign off for now. I want to thank all of you for being on the stream here. And I think I have, we've gone on for almost 45 minutes here. Yes, please join us in the Freedom Learning. And we will tell you all about the investment and all of that when you join us on Wednesday. We also have some payment plans for those of you that need that, make it a little easier on the pocketbook. If that is out of your budget altogether, just do the free material. We've got free classes available that will get you started, and we want to help you find a better way. That's one of my PMOs, positive mental outlook. There's always another way, and I'm going to find it. I started out the show talking about use the rear view mirror to help guide you for the future, but don't stay fixated. If you stay fixated on the past, you're going to rear end somebody else in front of you. So glance into it from time to time. Let it instruct you with the examples, some of the examples I've given myself. Like, I'm going to take a little more time in my decision making. I'm going to do what's right for me. Please watch yesterday's show that you matter, your choices matter, your needs matter as well. So thank you, everybody. God bless you all. Remember to watch the replay. Love you guys so much. All times, thank you, Amy. All times are Pacific Daylight Time. And if any of you wonderful Healthy Americans that are in the stream want to be a moderator, just let me know in a comment and I will add you as a moderator. The job of the moderator is to just keep the stream flowing in a positive manner. And if someone is asking for help, you can direct them to support@thehealthyamerican.org. If in these morning shows we start to drift off into all of the other, politics and current events, just gently guide people back into the positive view. You can direct them to the website. Those would be fantastic. And of course, if there are ever any those that want to pull our ankles underwater, you can click on the little 3 dots to the right and you can give them a timeout, or you can remove their comment if something is not, if it's going to mar our grace and our beauty and our uplifted positivity. I am open to all views. I'm not talking about silencing anybody's opposing view, not at all. But that's a great deal different than somebody slinging, vulgar language or something like that. That is not, this is my area that I've invited you into, and I want to keep it clean and light and positive and honoring God. So that's the role of the moderator. I'm so grateful for you. You are a valued part. All of you are a valued part of the Healthy American family. I love these morning shows, and I won't be here on the weekend. So just take some time for yourself. Use that time to go back and watch some of the shows, watch the Freedom Learning info, educate yourself on that, get yourself encouraged about something better for the positive, for the future, a positive future. I say we're going to build a future better than normal. Remember, they're talking about the new normal. I want better than normal. I'm going to have a t-shirt that's better than normal. And thank you, Makai is going to be a moderator for us. I really appreciate it. And you friends that have been with me, this is the second full week that I've been doing the Healthy American Morning. I just love it. And RC would like to quit the 8-to-5 job and start working from home and homeschool your child. Yes, there are so many options. Here's what we want to do. We're going to create a registry of all of those that have gone through our program that know about the freedom learning approach and style and learning activities. And then we'll have a list of parents who are looking for tutors or teachers. There are lots of parents that are spending thousands of dollars on private schools. And I tell them, pull your kids out. Take that money that you're spending on the private school and pay RC instead as a teacher. And you can get a group of 3 to 5 kids or whatever you'd like to do. And you can do it according to age group or not. I know that some parents, like they have an 8-year-old, so they want to do like 5 to 8-year-olds. And then I know somebody else that has, 13-year-olds and they want to do like, 12 to 15-year-olds. You guys can create it a way that makes sense for you. My goal, my dream is to have the one-room schoolhouse back like they used to. And thank you everyone for supporting me with this vision. When you invest in one of our programs financially, that goes to fund our future vision of these freedom centers where there will be a schoolhouse, there will be an animal shelter, there will be an organic garden, there'll be a senior center, a teen center, there will be a recreation center, there will be a place of worship, there will be a veterinarian care, dentist, doctor, eye doctor, everything that we have in our modern society. But my vision is that it will be in an area, kind of like a mall. Doesn't have to be a shopping mall, but depending where you are in your area, it could be in the urban setting. It could be in a skyscraper. It could be in a rural setting on a farm. It could be just in a suburban shopping mall. But you would know that when you go there, everyone that's there, that's your freedom center. And I don't necessarily want to own the whole freedom center, but I want to put forth this idea so that like the dentist would lease a building, in that area. And then next door would be the hair salon that you can go. And if you guys live in a state that's open, you're probably like, Peggy, what are you talking about? California is very shut down. And I know New York and Connecticut and certain places are very, very shut down. And even if you live in Florida and Oklahoma and Tennessee and Texas, where you have more freedom, remember, we need to prepare for the future. So you can also prepare with me. Preparewithpeggy.com is where you can get your long storage of emergency food. You can get your water purifier. This is my sponsor. I'm very grateful because that allows me to do this work as well. My 2 part-time jobs for the government, they pulled the plug on me. They've not asked me back. So I am doing all of this as my full-time job. And I thank the Lord that he has put me here. And I'm so grateful for you, friends. All right, let's wrap up. We've had a long show today. It's been so much fun. And I think every Friday we'll do a little bit more like this, a little bit rock and roll Friday, a little bit fun day Friday. You never know what's going to come up. And anybody who wants to send me a card, a note of encouragement, I love to hear from you. And you can find the mailing address over at thehealthyamerican.org. At the very bottom of the website has the mailing address. You can reach me there. I'm so grateful for all of you. Reach out, support at thehealthyamerican.org. Big shout out to all of my support team. Couldn't do it without you, Olivia and Dave and Katie and Nari and Emma. And oh my gosh, Pastor David, am I forgetting somebody? We're bringing Connie on board. And love, love, love you guys. Healthy Americans. Signing off for, I already miss you. Signing off for now. Join me this afternoon, 3 p.m. Roll up your sleeves, Peggy to the rescue, and we will dive in now to all of your questions related to current events. Thanks, everybody. I just want to let you know, God loves you. I love you. And together, I never really say that word together, but shoulder to shoulder, side by side, we are supporting each other. The evildoers will never win the battle. We battle with a vanquished foe. Victory is already ours. You can operate in integrity and confidence. God put you here to fight. So I'm actually, in a strange way, having a good time. And I also, oh my gosh, I spent last night sobbing in the arms of Pastor David, hearing all of these horrible stories of oppression and discrimination and harassment and bullying. I cry and share your sorrow for those who are suffering. So please know that I spend every waking hour looking for remedies. And that's what we're going to talk about this afternoon at Peggy to the Rescue. For now, see you everybody. Thank you for being on board the Healthy American Morning. And we will see you Monday. and in the very next